Hello. Low.
Get that sneaky boy!
I am Alexia Ashford.
Sad Mac, thank you for 3 months. What's happening? How are you? See. What? That was weird. So that demo taught me a couple things. One was that zombie exploded because it has something explosive strapped to it. And the Magnum superpower is that it apparently shoots through zombies. While I guess also being very powerful. I did not get the Magnum, unfortunately. I think I blew it in all ways. I think I fucked up Antarctica entirely. Nice streak. Good streak. I'm struggling. I am struggling. I've been struggling. I'm on day 3 now of no vape. Which, again, it's like, it's surprisingly fine in ways that I didn't think would be fine, but then also bad in ways that I didn't think would be bad. So like the problem is still for me just not cravings, which is what you would think would be the problem. Is this a double headshot, by the way? Coming up right there. Really wide bullet. Yeah, it's not really cravings. I'm not craving it. I mean, I have had a couple of occasions where I'm like, I do the motion, I'm like, I go to reach for it, and I didn't, you know. So that's happened, but more so it's just been feeling like shit in other ways. I haven't been sleeping quite right, and I don't know if it's related. Like, I once again got up very early today, way too early, and then I ended up being really fucking tired by the like mid-afternoon. So it seems to be fucking me up a little bit in unexpected ways. And every day so far, I have felt like utter trash by the time evening rolls around. Hey, Dave. So I am hoping it'll just be like a week and a half of this, and then I'll be over it, but we'll see. And I don't know. I've been in a bad place for a while, I think, and I haven't really got a handle on it in terms of my day-to-day like mood and everything. I don't even know how to talk about it really. We are really aiming to get into a house this year, and I think that shit's driving me crazy because first of all, like, that in and of itself is a whole world of shit that scares me a little. And further, it's been a long fucking road for this, and there's still like these lingering bullshit things in the way that I have absolutely no control over, and they're driving me nuts. The IRS is just a fucking, I don't even know now what it is. I think it's worse than ever because we have the world's dumbest government, which I think is making everything worse. But part of the holdup was needing to get up to speed with certain things. It's funny how, like, the weird journey that I've been on with taxes compared to what most people ever experience. Like, I think a lot of people just think that if you just owe the government money at all, that they like instantly throw you in jail or kill you on the spot. Where hi, I'm here to living proof of the opposite. But what it is like just the dumbest collector, the dumbest, shittiest collector. They have a lot of processes, a lot of automated processes that we've dealt with throughout the years. And we've dealt with a number of CPAs and accountants and things over the years. And the advisement was always like, well, you got to get current. You got to get current, and then they'll work with you. And what that means is you could get an installment plan to pay off past tax debts, but they won't do it if they're mad at you. And I guess not being current is the thing that they are the most mad about. And being current means that you are filed and paid for, like, I don't know, your most recent year, the most recent few years. I don't know. That has always been nebulous.
This right foot of mine is gonna fall off.
True Geek, thank you for 90 months. And dude, the stuff that I could tell you guys would make your fucking blood run cold. Maybe I will tell you what happened. You'll hate it. I promise you'll hate it. For those of you who don't know, like, the full story, I'll try to give you the rapid fire version of it, which was many, many years ago, worked at a startup. The startup had early in the early part of the startup, it was like normal contractor actual money payment work. Towards the end of it, it had become you were getting paid in ownership of the company. Not options, literal ownership. So, like, percentages of the company. And the trouble was, it was a startup that's, you know, the valuation was like whatever. It was basically definable by the owner, the founder. And so an arbitrary amount of value was set to this, and then blah, blah, that was reported as income. And so I was taxed a lot, like really high amounts for money that was never real. never ever real. If the company sold, then it would be real money, but it didn't. And it's still going and still hasn't, by the way, 20 years later. And so, you know, we're talking like I had an income of $144,000 for a year, or for multiple years in a row, where I never got any actual liquid money. So I literally couldn't pay my taxes. And I couldn't shake that shit because basically, as far as the government's concerned, it was all above board and therefore real. So that was that set me on a course to be fucked for years and years and years and forever. So blah, blah, blah. It took us a long time to financially recover from that situation. And I was always behind with taxes because, like, what was I supposed to do? I went from being there, making no money and having huge amounts of fictional money reported against me, into fucking essentially gig work. I was like ahead of the curve on gig work. By doing YouTube was what got us out of there. And then I also had some other contract work, but basically I didn't have any W-2 work until like 7 years ago. It was all contract and content creation and etc. Like Twitch is contract. Twitch is basically gig work. YouTube is gig work, etc. Right? And the trouble with that is like they don't do withholding. And we were hand to mouth as far as money was concerned. We weren't making that much money. So that perpetuated the issue of like, I owe amounts that I will never be able to pay that were just imaginary. And then I owe on the money I'm making. So like, if I were to pay the taxes for this money and the taxes I owe, you know, on the imaginary money, that's more money than I'm getting in a year. So, as you might imagine, the tax problem just sort of continued and continued and continued. Because it was like impossible to get ahead of it. I kept trying to get ahead of it. And one year I did manage to fully save the current year, like how much I owed. I had that completely set aside, and I paid it. And my reward for doing that was that I was instantly levied for the previous years. So all of the money that I hadn't sent to them, they then also took. So that wasn't really like, this is the thing that I've experienced over and over again, is like, I don't think you can ever actually get to that installment plan thing, because the more you try to do it, the more they beat the shit out of you. Or at least that's what my experience was. It was just impossible to get into a like good graces type of situation where we could then have like, okay, I'm gonna be on an installment plan now, and we'll be chipping away at this. You know, when every time I try to do that, I would get hit with a stick, and it made me like not want to file, because like if I file, that starts the whole thing of like, okay, now they're going to be hitting me because I don't have the money to give them in full right now. So they're going to immediately start kicking my ass. Whereas if I just don't, I'll just become a notorious non-filer, which is a title that they did give me at one point. They have these kind of funny titles, like you can become uncollectible. I forget what the name was for that, though. There's like a longer name. But notorious non-filer stayed in my mind. So, yeah. Nevertheless, I've continued chipping away. And one of the weird quirks with the IRS is that the debts that are older than 10 years drop off. So they only collect up to 10 years back. Now, for the first time, after, the past 6 years of being Mr. W-2 worker and having my soul sucked out of my body, I'm starting to finally kind of get on top of it all. But there's still some, lingering large amounts remaining. Now, from my perspective, there's a sort of ideal, like you want to get to where there's a payment plan, and then you choose an amount that's going to like resolve the problem, but not send a lot of money just into the black hole, right? Like you don't pay the ones that are the oldest first, because obviously that's about to drop off. So what are you wasting your money for? Obviously the IRS would have the opposite perspective, right? And that was really proven out this year in a way that I really just couldn't avoid. So a thing that I have been doing since I've been on W-2s was that I always pumped up the withholding. I pumped up the withholding to just further help mitigate, making sure that there's more money going in than even needs to be. Blah, blah, blah. And fast forward to this year. The way things worked out this year, I had probably, it was above like $8,000 refund, which got 100% sucked up into the year that is about to drop off. Which makes me want to die. it's just really, really frustrating because I want to pay my taxes, and that's what that money was going to go for anyway. But I would have applied it towards the front of the pile because this just further lengthens the whole process for us. It's just that's money that would have made a big difference if it were on the nearer years. But since it's on the last year, that is like throwing it down a well. That really makes no difference for us at all because that year's about to drop off anyway. It's 100% on purpose. Absolutely. Like just automatically, they're always going to apply to the oldest debt because they want to, it just makes more money. and you know, it's taxes that I owe. So, you know, whatever. It sucks. It's the worst way it could have worked out. And you know what really is extra irritating about it is that I should be on a payment plan now. But 6 months ago, I've completely filed. I am 100% caught up on filing. By the way, big achievement. Finally just managed to do it this year. Last year, actually. And the years that are not e-filed, so the ones where you just send them in, those have not been processed still. It's been over 6 months. And they just haven't processed them. If they had processed them, then we could have moved on to the next step of getting onto an installment plan, and then they wouldn't have vacuumed up the fucking refund. The refund could have gone to the payments, which would have been favorable to me, but it just didn't work out that way and ended up being favorable to the IRS, you know, whatever. So very, very fucking irritating. It's 3 years. They're turned in. They just need to process them. But basically all of that is a thing that has to be completed before we can even think about getting a house loan. Because you can't have any sort of outstanding debt with the government and also get a house loan. It's not a thing you can do. So that's also why we haven't even tried to have get into a house buy a house all this time, is because we could not. We couldn't. It was completely just off the table for us. Unless we, saved it up and bought it completely in cash, I guess, which, we were not going to be able to do. So that's my story. That is one of just a myriad of things that's got me stressed out, and the other is my body and my health and how I've been feeling, and also my sanity a little. I've been feeling really unhappy about my body because I've gained between 60 and 80 pounds in the past year and a half. That's just really weird and out of control for me. This is not a normal fluctuation for me, and it feels very permanent. It feels this is whatever was preventing this from happening is dead and gone. And now this is my new reality, which makes me very unhappy. But I think it's actually to do with just other changes in my life. Just that I'm getting older, and work has been stressful in different ways of late, and just other, just sort of like a lot of changes compiling together. And I don't want to die in my mid 40s because like stress and fitness or lack thereof and so on. I'm not on any medications. I didn't get any new medications. I have no idea, really. I had a doctor who like disinspired me to visit the doctor. And that doctor is gone, and I need to go and meet the new doctor that's available. We're in a rural area, so like not only, and also I have the worst insurance. I have the Luigi insurance. So it's the insurance where you pay like an absolute fuck ton and then they deny everything. I'm still trying to understand like why I'm paying for insurance that I can't use for anything. But anyway, he kind of like my last doctor just really kind of put me off of it because like I would tell him the things that were going on and he's like, we can't really, that's not really gonna, it's hard to figure that kind of stuff out. I'm like, isn't that, what do you want me to do with this then? Do I just go home then? And there was something that I had going on and then it stopped happening and I canceled the whatever. It was going to be like a CT scan or something like that, but it's going to be like 10 fucking grand. And then I'm glad I didn't go and do it because way too late, what would have been well after I'd already gone and done it, I got the Luigi letter in the mail. This has been denied for being not medically necessary. Okay, I guess nothing is, right? I mean, all of it is arbitrary, so it does sort of feel like we could get to a point where they're just like, well, we actually don't care if these people die, so that kind of means none of this is medically necessary. Right? I mean, it's all fucking arbitrary. It's all no rules, no regulations, no nothing. It's just whatever people feel like. Whatever makes people the most money is the only regulation that's left. So yeah. Sorry, I immediately got angry. Did the doctor think you were a woman? Yeah. No, I know it's even worse for women. I've witnessed this with Nakomi and how, 9 out of 10 medical professionals that we interact with do not believe when she explains, her back pain. And I'm standing there too. I'm just present. And they're just acting like that. It's like one of those, like, you're trying to get drugs, which, man, just fuck off. We gotta stop this wild mass delusion psychosis thing about crime and about drugs and everything in this fucking country, because it's basically just a mass imaginary delusion, and it does more harm to people than it solves. Because we don't need every single dickhead to be a drug cop. We don't need every fucking I'm sorry. It's so frustrating the way this country is and the way the people in this country are now, which is bad. I feel like just give people the drugs. Fuck it. Just give them the drugs. Can we just let people have the fucking drugs? All of the everything around trying to stop it seems bad. It seems like it's been shit. Seems like it hasn't done it, Seems like it's done a lot of horrible things to people, more so than it has helped people. Sorry, I get really mad thinking about the way that we've been treated when we've been in for legitimately, like, she can't sleep. Then there's no way for her to be. There's like she can't lay or sit or stand. Like, it doesn't matter what she does, and the pain is, you know, like 8, 9, 10 out of 10. And they're like, "Have you put a hot and cold patch on it, motherfucker? You think we didn't do everything that they have at the fucking store? You think we'd be here? You think we fucking want to be here?" Especially with, like, I think the last time we were really dealing with like a sort of an outbreak of this, or a bout, I guess you would say, was near to when it was like the height of the fucking pandemic shit. So, like, no, we don't fucking want to be here. Yeah. Ay. Just
Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'm enlisting on the drug side of the drug war. I mean, I've been on that side for a long time. Whoopsie doops. Sorry. I just get mad very easily, which I think is also sort of like my new weird thing. I feel like a gross hermit. I feel like I'm at my most boomer that I've ever been. I feel like I'm cringe and embarrassing, and yeah, that's what I feel. Yeah, I'm afraid of being diagnosed with anything, because, I mean, with regards to mental health, because, like, from my perspective, there's two outcomes and neither sound great. It's either going to be drugs that have, like, absolutely wild side effects, or it's going to be drugs that you just can't even get because there's some sort of fucking late stage capitalist fuckery happening that means that you cannot get the drugs that you need to exist. And that's just, it doesn't sound like it's worth going through all of the nightmare to get to the point where you get the fucking diagnosis to then just be presented with your next new nightmare. Like, this is the reality that we experience. It fucking sucks. It's the fucking worst. And I'm not trying to say that, like, mental health is bad. I mean, in terms of the field, we made a lot of progress until recently, until RFK gets the farms set up. Fuck you. This is horse shit, bullshit, fuck shit. That's dog shit, ass shit, horse shit. I cannot believe this. Code Veronica might be one of the worst Resident Evil games. I hate it now. It's the worst. It's the worst one, clearly. I can't believe they did this. You killed the two they have up here, and then they spawned two worse ones. Because these are the ones that are like, you saw that they have like the red pattern or whatever. So these are like the really strong ones. They're also coming from two different angles. So even if I get one, I think the other one's going to get me. They were like equidistant. We'll see. I'm going to try. Shoot. Bang. No, I forgot. They're super strong, so it's not very effective. Oh my god, it was okay. It was kind of all right. Oh, God, but now we're in danger. We're in danger. All of my herbs are down the elevator. If I go down the elevator, they're going to spawn 2 more hunters? Probably. Now we walk like this. Ugh. You just know they're going to have spawned more hunters somewhere. Ugh. Yeah, I've seen it with pharma companies. We have a med that just came off of trademark, so a generic came out, and magically, because it was cheaper, they dropped the price drastically on the real one to be $30 less than the copy. Yeah, no, I know. I mean, this is fucking well known, right? This is everything is like this. We are not allowed, and everybody has been really well trained to like cringe when someone says capitalism, but only in the past like couple of years, finally, people have kind of come around to being like, actually, kind of capitalism, huh? You know, like, yeah. We're all way too late to this, but yeah. A lot. Yes, Dav. So I failed to do the cool work last week, and you can't have the host not having done the cool work. But this week I have done it. And actually, mainly, I have Contact basically memorized because that's a personal favorite one of mine, but Close Encounters of the Third Degree, or whatever the fuck it's called, was not one that I had watched more than once in the past, and it wasn't one that I loved, so I needed to watch that before we commit E. So now, yes, we are committeeing on Saturday. We're back on. We're so back, etc. Yup. Sorry, Contact featuring Jodie Foster. Yeah. It's amazing that I would get the name wrong, considering I just said it's like one of my favorite films. But that's, you know, people make mistakes, and I am a people. Right. We need to get back to the elevator. But yeah, I mean, it's really fucking obvious stuff, right? And it's been really fucking obvious for not years, not even decades, but like over a century. And we just, I don't know. I think that unfortunately the American people in general, at large, have been tricked or deceived or convinced or whatever the fuck into essentially making the wrong choice most of the time over and over again. Is basically what it is. Like, deny the evidence of your eyes and ears kinds of stuff, basically. It's like, you know, there was lots of red flags, like the United States sending the Air Force at an army of miners for some reason. Well, why would there be an army of miners? You know, maybe there's a reason for that worth thinking about. Maybe company towns aren't a good thing. Why would you want
to blast nose ropes into... I'm so sorry I said that.
Yeah, I'm still sorry. I'm still apologizing. I will be for forever. Bellman, thank you for 12 and 1/4 years. Very much appreciated. I'm not sure which way to go. Wait, that looked weird. Let's look at that again. Oh no, okay. It looked like maybe I could walk around, like maybe there's something behind this, but nope. I cannot get in there. Lost my fucking train of thought though. Oh, I was just saying, like, there's lots of other... There's been plenty of instances of, like, hey, we have a pretty obvious capitalism problem here. And for some reason, it's always... We've just been, like, conditioned really well to reject it completely. Like, you don't have to go back the full fucking century or anything. If you just think about medicine in general has been a real big obvious one, right? Like, every other country, reasonably priced medicine. United States, not reasonably priced medicine. Why? There isn't really a reason other than ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Money, 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 right? There's just no reason for it at all. You can't really get out of that one. And, you know, just the cost of procedures in general. It's not new. Like, the whole concept of pre-existing conditions was normal not that long ago. It's only since Obamacare, ACA, when around that time we were able to get rid of pre-existing conditions, which is obviously like anti-human. It's anti-people. It's pro-money only, right? That's the thing that kind of drives me crazy is like when you look at certain laws and you look at certain regulations, there's a lot of them that are really obviously like, this doesn't really have a purpose other than to make somebody money. Like, if you're looking at a law or a regulation or a rule, and you can't, there's literally no other purpose for its existence than to enrich somebody, that's a fucking problem. Now, I realize I said regulation in there, and that's... Not all regulations are okay. But I'm not anti-regulation. I'm not a fucking idiot libertarian. Because as they say, regulations are written in blood. And that goes back to the days of the minor wars. It's just that people fucking don't care or forget or don't know or never learn or something. You know, one of the many reasons you could possibly give for how we get basically back to the same fucking spot every single time. The same fucking mistake over and over again. I still need to, I need to get the damn manhole open here, right? Is he crawling or what's going on? Oh, he's floating. I was confused by that movement. Fucking Christ. That's insane, Klaus. It's so fucking... It's just... It only serves to make somebody money, right? I mean, it's horse shit. It's absolute horse shit. Right. I'm not going to take the herbs right now. What I'm trying to figure out is there's got to be a way to take the shotgun around without having to put it back on the thingy. But then... Okay, so this probably permanently opens the manhole cover, I would guess. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know if there's... Oh no, that is advantageous because basically we would never be able to bring the stairs back down again, but we wouldn't need to because we just go around with the tank thing and whatever. Of course, that won't really be convenient until we kill those fucking spiders. And by then, you know, who knows? I put so many shotgun shells in that one spider, though, that I'm, like, scared to try again. I could try the exploding bow darts. But I feel... Did I try those in Antarctica and they sucked? Or not? What did I try on the spiders in Antarctica? What a sentence, by the way. Yeah, and also the whole fucking thing with private equity buying everything that you can think of, like, that has hit all of the veterinary services everywhere. And they don't give a fuck. So the prices are just going up and up and up. And pretty soon, you are just basically nobody's going to be able to afford veterinary services. And I just don't understand what the like what's going to happen to the world. This is a lot of like why I think I'm like kind of depressed all the time, is because I can't stop thinking about the way in which everything is going away and no one seems to care or be doing anything about it, which I know isn't true. There are people who care and there are people doing stuff about this, but like not at a comparable rate, you know? Like, is there any pushback to private equity buying and owning all veterinary services across the country, raising the prices until they're completely unaffordable to average people, and then just doing what private equity always does, which is just fire the people and shut down the thing? So what's going to happen? Is it going to all be like we're going to migrate to under the table veterinary services, like out of people's homes, like people who used to be veterinarians, who used to have jobs in offices, that now have to operate out of their home doing like illegal private services or whatever? Like, what's going to happen? Because that's what they're going to do. They're just going to shut them down when they stop making money, because the only objective of private equity is to squeeze all the money out of stuff. And they already did it to people. So they certainly don't give a fuck about your pets. They've already done it to private hospitals, where they buy the hospital, they make it the worst hospital possible to squeeze all the money they can out of it in a short time. And then once they've ruined it, then they just close it, and they're creating these hospital deserts in rural areas because they're just milking the hospitals dry and then shutting them down. So there's nowhere for people to go and get medical care anymore. So what is the future here? What future do we have? It can't just be this, because there will be nothing. And I think I feel crazy because like people get mad at you for being like, we should be up in arms. We should be doing something quite active about this. Because they're always like, well, go on then. You know, but like, we are way past that point. If everybody knew what was going on, but the problem is everybody doesn't know what's going on. Most people have no fucking idea what's happening. And it's going to be too late by the time people get mad enough to actually do that. Is the problem. That's the real answer behind it all. We did it. There is some kind of lever. Lower the lever? Well, first of all, I don't think bystander syndrome is actually real. But setting that aside, I believe the sentiment that you're driving at is probably correct. Of just like, it's like, with many things like that, people don't know that everyone else is gonna, also do the thing. Like, are you gonna put your neck out and then it turns out it was only your neck? That's a real thing. I agree with that. Probably there's a lot of that, yeah. So yeah. Now I want the red herb. I don't think I want to go do that yet. So I feel like we still have so many other things that need doing. But then again, we probably also have shit we need to be doing. I need to have health to go do anything. So let's march back and actually grab a red herb. Mix it with our green herb. And heal. Oh, fuck. I finally got. What the fuck? I cannot believe this, dude. Code Veronica might be one of the worst survival horror games ever made. I'm just kidding. I like it a lot. I do like it a lot. Resident Evil. Ah, fuck! Zed, thank you for the biddies. Okay. We did this again. We survived the guys. I accidentally took all of my ink ribbons with me, which isn't great. I'd rather those were in the box. Fine. I'll go back down. I guess we'll get the answer to the question. Does it always spawn more hunters there? Well, there definitely is a lack of solidarity in the United States that I think everyone kind of feels. Because that sort of thing in the States, in my view, has been supplanted by a sort of facile, fake, cotton candy solidarity. Like, it's not real. It's just like a mythical, you know what I mean? Like, the moment that it actually matters, it evaporates. Because if you think about the American myth stuff, it's all about, supposedly, standing shoulder to shoulder with your fellow citizens and yada da 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 da. But, when the rubber meets the road, that's clearly not the fucking case. Right? It's fake. It's not real. It's not based off of anything. And if anything, the stuff that is the most real in the American myth, which would be like the melting pot, Statue of Liberty, E pluribus unum, that stuff is the stuff that they try to say isn't America, and they try to change it and get rid of it. Like they did replace E pluribus unum on the coins, right? I think it was, or they removed it from somewhere, or what? Did they take it off of the seal? And E pluribus unum means from many one, which is, pretty cool. I feel some solidarity in that phrase, but they got rid of that, so replaced it with "In God We Trust," which is again like facile, silly, empty. So yeah, cool. I'm not that on board with that thinking. Not to be like Mr. Disagrees with Sith tonight. Sorry. But I see that sentiment. Oh my god, dude. Can this really be happening? What happened to my upgraded Glock? It doesn't feel very upgraded. Code Veronica, possibly one of the worst games ever made, really. I'm kidding. Said thank you for the biddies. I gently disagree in the respect of, like, I think there's a sentiment of trying to say that the reason that we're all divided very strongly is purely because that's being pushed by, like, whatever. But the thing is like always the counter argument of like, I'm not gonna shake hands with a racist or misogynist or, you know, or white supremacist or whatever, right? Like, it is true that there are things that are exacerbating that situation. And we know that there's like entities that have actively been, you know, trying to sow that division and stoke those flames. You know, that's a proven like Russian operation, for instance, but also like big oil money. A huge amount of big oil money goes into creating a completely like fake conservative movement. You know, in a lot of ways, Russia and just oil, like big oil money, were perfectly aligned. Like Russia just wanted chaos to like undermine the power and authority of the United States. Oil wanted to protect oil and you know, stop people from making progress in a leftward direction, and also, you know, get like I don't know why I came back down here. You know, like renewable energy and things like that, you know. Oil really needed to stop all leftward movement of society. So, and what's funny about that too is like when they step outside of that bubble of influence and they find out that it's actually completely manufactured, right? As an example, Kid Rock, you know, where they had their like alternative, I was just talking about this with Nakomi earlier, but they did their like alternative halftime show and all that stuff. And they tried to make Kid Rock their Bad Bunny. And, you know, apparently he really bought into all that. And certain people, you know, there's people that believe that this movement is real. But then he went and tried to do like a tour thing because he thought, he bought that sort of bubble they've created for themselves where they pretend like they're the mainstream thing and not just something that's basically born entirely out of oil money. And now like no one's going to his like tour or whatever because no one actually likes him. It's just the fucking fake thing they were doing because they're trying to create their own reality. They're manufacturing a reality, but it is not actually reality. That's the funny failure behind it all. Yeah. Fucking wild, huh, Rudy? So, to some degree, yes, there are forces at work that are sowing division, fanning division, like fanning the flames and whatever to make it worse. That's true, but there's also like a lot of justified division as well, is basically all I'm saying. In fact, I think a majority of it is justified division. I guess I just don't love it because like the implied answer to that is like that we have to that somehow we have to find unity. It's like you're not going to unify with these people. You can't unify with people that believe this stuff. You can't unify with somebody who will deport you. You just there's no unity to be had. You know, you can't heal that divide. What you need to do is finish the cut. Don't heal the cut. Cut it off. Because it's gangrenous and it's got to go. That's basically what we're talking about here. You don't heal the divide with your gangrenous arm. You finish the job. You know, what they didn't do after the Civil War. Etc., etc., so on and so forth. I think the Virginia thing is pretty cool, though. I think that a good thing to do, carefully, by the way, because also this could be stupid. Because I will say off the top, a personal pet peeve of mine was I hated fucking seeing libs calling for the deportation of anybody. Like, you're just like, I don't know, like that shit was just unserious to me. However, if they're going to provide you tools to fight them with, I think they should be maximally used in certain cases. And one of those cases includes if they're going to like fucking do the gerrymandering shit and they're going to bend and break the rules so that they can gerrymander. If you get the fucking opportunity, you should absolutely, like, they are breaking the system, and it does feel hopeless how they're like giving themselves cheat codes to do whatever. But it pays to keep in mind that those cheat codes are available to everybody, not just them. So that might be the answer to a lot of their shit, is to use their cheat codes against them in a really, really big way. Yeah, well, I mean, the problem is, like, I think that on the left, we have more of a tendency to play fair, and that backfires on us, you know, like, when we had, a lot of work was done to get a gerrymandering ban on the ballot here in Ohio, right? And then we were forced to sit here and watch as, first of all, Frank LaRose, who is the shithead Republican guy in charge of like ballots and whatever here in Ohio, changed the verbiage on the ballot to make it sound like it enabled gerrymandering. So he turned it into the opposite of what it was. And then the signs that went up in everybody's yards all said, vote either no or vote yes to stop gerrymandering. And so it fucking failed. It fucking failed because it was, they did a campaign of perfect confusion. Everyone was stopping gerrymandering, and the only difference was whether you said yes to stop gerrymandering or no to stop gerrymandering. And it made me want to violate the terms of service. And it still does. It still does just thinking about it. Oh, man, oh man. It's, by the way, when I died here last time, it is fucked up that the stupid robot wasn't there when I went in. So when I came out, I wasn't expecting the stupid fucking robot. And that is still the fucking case right here. Oh, I brought this with me. Good. Thank goodness. Okay. So I'm going to heal when I get in here. Yes. So now we have to expect the robot to be here when we come out. Ohio is so insanely frustrating because I believe there is honestly a really significant left and progressive presence in Ohio. But the trouble is that Republicans have had a insane stranglehold here for over 30 years. No. For 30 years, and there's just no getting around that. Like they're too dug in. And it's crazy that they're still dug in because it's like scandal after scandal after scandal. There's been so much like huge money corruption stuff. Sex pest scandals, like it's kind of like non-stop, as you might expect in a Republican dystopia. And they just somehow they weather it, like it never fucking stops. Like look at Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan oversees committees and shit in fucking Washington D.C. Ah man, like Ohio Republicans are just built different, I guess. I don't know. They're like impervious. Nothing stops them. I guess that's just all of them now, though, right? Like, scandal doesn't even mean anything anymore. Nothing is a scandal anymore. We have stuff that would have been, like, government shutting down level scandals, like, every fucking day now. None of it does anything. It's become normal. It's hyper-normalization, right? That's what's going on. Okay, so we healed. We're stocked up. We've reloaded. We do not have the shotgun. Let us climb down this ladder. Let's just see what there is. Well, I think also I've been coming to the conclusion that... Oh, fuck. Spiders. Shit. Oh, yeah, no, it's coming to get me. I'm leaving. I need to figure out how to deal with spiders better. There's always going to be an inevitable sort of push towards corruption by those in power, right? And the only way of dealing with it is constant vigilance. It's a forever war that you have to constantly fight. If you stop, then you'll lose. That's just how it is, unfortunately. Trying to think. Believe it or not, there are interesting arguments on both sides of the term limits question. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I will say that I saw stuff that made me pause on that. Because I used to kind of think that the term limits thing was a slam dunk, but I don't know that I'm quite so sure as I was before. You would think fire for spiders. Unfortunately, I fucked up. Claire has the grenade launcher in her inventory, and therefore I do not have access to it as Chris, which is a real fucking shame. Yeah. All right, what do I do here? What do I fucking do? It sucks that I don't have a good way of fighting spiders, since they seem to be really insistent on having Chris fight spiders. This is going to be a bad time for me. This is just not going to be good. And even if the bowgun, the exploding bowgun darts are good, I only have 10. The rest don't explode. And I have a feeling they're not going to be good enough. I have a feeling the spiders are not going to be really bothered by them. I could run by. That might be worth a shot. In which case, I wish I would have stayed in here when this was off. It's fine. I did it. The thing I try to keep in mind is that there's clearly movement towards
So beefy.
Superclass, thank you for 63 months. There's definitely movement towards people being more aware of everything, which is good. You know, there's so much that's happening that's just out in the open, and there's stuff that's happening that's like starting to affect normies in a way to where they're starting to feel something. It's not what we're feeling. It's not those of us who are actually informed about stuff that's been going on. You know, like it's not the same, but it's enough to where you're starting to have more people that are kind of like feeling some feelings, which is better than them not feeling some feelings. Oh God, what is this? Oh, it's a grown one of those. But I don't know that I have the shit to fight it. How do I fight it? I have 2 weapons. My bowgun and my Glock. Shotgun, not present. Hi, Bun Bun. I also want to cry. Let's cry together, Bun Bun. This is an interesting arena, isn't it? Can I... How dangerous is it? I wonder. Oh. Okay. Well, this is good. Why cry, Bun Bun? Why cry? Ow, 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 Bun. Don't do that. You're scratching me and it hurts. Okay. I'm scared to fight the electric axolotl. I don't even know. Can I shoot it without getting in the water? Or do I have to get in the water with it? Because if I don't have to, I'd rather not, right? Okay, none of those shots seem particularly effective. And why would they be, right? I wonder if the water is entirely electrified as well. Like, do I jump in and just, like, go for it? Haha. Haha, nope. Not a good thing. Huh. This kind of feels like a gimmick fight, right? Like, you can't get in the water with it because it's going to zap your shit. And you can't really attack it from outside. I mean, it seems to me like draining the water is probably would be ideal because there's sort of like there's a drain there, right? Ish. I wonder if you can turn the water off somewhere, like up above, and then it doesn't have the water to shock you with. But I don't know. And then there's these spiders, right? I think if I try to fight the spiders, I'm gonna die. Come on, enhanced Glock. Actually, this is my chance to try. Oh, did that spider actually fucking die? Alright, hold on. Oh, okay, I'm poisoned. That's okay. Alright. Use that. Okay, alright. Running out of bullets really fast. Okay, that spider is indeed dead. That's the first one I've killed. I don't want to waste these, but I'm going to try this because I gotta know. I need to know if I have a spider quick kill available. Well, thanks, cat. Oh, hi. Okay, cool, Chris. Alright, cool. Good. Okay, cool. So I've wasted 2. Okay, 2 hits with that. If I hadn't shot so many of them at nothing. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I feel good. The door has been sealed. I didn't even realize there was a door here, buddy, because it's dark as shit. I guess this whole thing is a door, that whole width. Okay. Well, it's great that the spiders are dead. That's good. Oh. Oh, fuck you. That's the other thing, is maybe if somebody had a grenade launcher, maybe that could be an answer to my problems. I mean, maybe I can't even... Maybe I'm done, you know? Maybe I fucked up. The fact that I didn't ensure that Chris had the grenade launcher, maybe this is the end of the game for me. Could be. Because the grenade launcher, you could reach in, you could shoot into the middle of the water there and do something, right? I don't think any of the other weapons will do that. I don't know that. I mean, that. It seemed pretty instantaneous, Klaus. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I left hanging up top. And then surely there is, right? I think what's supposed to happen is that we get the shield down there, and then we dissolve the blue part of it, which gives us the piece in the middle, which is like a halberd or whatever, that we can then stick in the door that's under the tank. Were there any other outstanding items? I don't think there were. Unfortunately, I think I've done it all other than that. Oh, we didn't save our boy from the worm, and I don't think I can. I don't... I think the full circle on that is if you leave the grenade launcher in Claire's inventory, that is a fuck up for all time. In fact, I'm going to try a quick little search just for kicks. I'm just going to type into my search bar, don't leave the grenade launcher in, and then I'm going to see what it says. Okay, well, at least the first one is Resident Evil related. It's not what I was looking for, but it says if you skip picking up the grenade launcher in the RPD, it's a Reddit post, but it's not about Code Veronica. Okay. Well, it didn't come up. I thought it would, like, basically the search would auto-complete my sentence to don't leave the grenade launcher in Claire's inventory, but that's not what happened. So I'm going to just... I don't want a spoiler. I'm just trying to do, like, a surface level, surely I'm not the only one kind of thing. Okay, yeah. It's the third one down. It's from the Resident Evil forums on residentevil.org. Code Veronica. Dash. Pissed off. Spoilers inside. November 10th, 2016. I'm playing as Chris now, and I don't have the grenade launcher. This is bad. This is bad. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. I could be really fucked here, folks. I could go back and get the shotgun. Honestly, I should go back just to get the red herb as well and heal. I don't know if the shotgun is going to help us terribly much either. But let's go back. There's an additional red herb that I could mix with one of my green herbs to get a better heal in here, which would be good. Yeah, I think I still have saves that could... Yeah, I have Claire saves still. I could go back. But I think I'm going to try to live with the consequences of my choices. And I think that not having the grenade launcher... It might not mean that I can't get through this, but I think it definitely condemns our boy, the jailer, to death, right? I don't think we can kill the worm. I doubt we can kill the worm. Now, to get the shotgun here, I have to... No, this doesn't work. Does it? Can we get the shotgun here? So the problem is if you take the shotgun, the stairs go up, and then you can cross through the water, go through the manhole, but you can't go up the tank elevator because it will be up and there's no way to call it down. So to fix that, what you would need to do is to ride it down and go through the manhole, but then if you've done that, you won't have the shotgun. Or no, you will have the shotgun, so the stairs will be up. Fuck's sake, this is hurting my mind. How do we get the shotgun out? We need the elevator to be down. And we would need the stairs to be down. And the stairs can only be down while you don't have the shotgun. Right? No. Wrong. We need the stairs. We would need the stairs to be both up and down. We would need them to be up, which means we would need to have the shotgun on us, because what you would want to do is take the elevator down, go through the manhole, go down the ladder, cross the water, and be able to get out of the water, which you wouldn't be able to do if the stairs are down. But then you would already have the shotgun, which means you can't. Yeah, this is not, it's not possible, is it? Am I crazy? Shit. It feels like you'd be able to take it, but I think, honestly, I think you can't. I think you just can't. So I don't think I can get the shotgun here. Because the only places you can take the shotgun, you can't get it out of. You can't get it to the other half of this place. Despite all the other passages and connections I've opened up. Which is unfortunate. I wanted to get that dang red herb, though, didn't I? Okay, I'll go do that, because that's not that far away. What's worrying me now is that there definitely is a way of doing it, and I just haven't thought it through, and it's embarrassingly obvious. Alright, we got our red herb. I'm gonna eat it. And then we are, let's kill the stupid spiders, I guess. Oh god, but not like this. Oh, there we go. Yep. Come on down. No. How are you not dead? You fuck, you shit. What the hell? How did that miss? Oh no, you're dead, okay. That's so irritating. I now only have 2. Come on. I'm scared to try to aim up to hit them and just miss, you know? There we go. Oh, thank goodness. So yeah, the elevator's up, see? So I full healed, but now I'm injured. Sucks. Now I don't have any more exploding bolts. Which, I think I'm fucked here, folks. I think we're toast. I'm not sure. The spiders are very huggy. They love to hug. Yeah, because I don't think I have fucking shit in here, really. Huh, these are my only regular grenade rounds as well. There's this still. I don't think that's going to help us very much. I just had everything in Claire's inventory. Oh. What's funny is I think the shotgun would probably be our only hope, except for I can't get it there. Can't do it. I also have that replica Luger for whatever reason. No idea what that's for. Not even a little hint. I wish I wasn't so stumped as to what the hell to even do now. At least we're spider free down here. Yeah, that sounds like the end of the game. No spiders, you win. There wasn't any path from one side to the other, right? There was no path that led through all this shit and then back over to where I would be able to have the shotgun, right? I think I have to figure that out. If that's possible, that may be our only hope here. I also just have to hope that they didn't respawn a bunch of shit all over the fucking place, which, you know, no guarantees. No, I'm pretty sure that none of this connects across. Yeah, you can go up this, but like, you can't get back to the elevator. Or can you? Wait a minute. Wait. Where's this go? Where does this go? Wait, shit. Oh yeah, let's go here. Right. Oh my god, there's a way. Right, so we can go... Wow. They spread it far enough apart that it is actually difficult to, like, keep a mental map clear enough to know that you could do this. But then we go here. This takes us back to the elevator with the stairs up. Ah, yes. So we can have shotgun freedom. It's just a really roundabout path that I forgot about. Okay, all right. Okay. And the manhole cover is open. So we could now get back down to the bottom by just taking the lift down from the tank, and we're good. Okay. That's why it was bugging me. Was I knew that it was possible, but I just wasn't quite putting the pieces together correctly. No. One other thing, I should have brought an ink ribbon. I should have brought an ink ribbon so I could save. I should have, if not that, I should have saved at the other one. I should have saved somewhere. You know? I gotta go get it.
God damn it!
God damn it, man. Getting my steps in, you know? That's a thing that I've been thinking I probably should do. The actual steps part of it is bullshit.
Oh no.
I probably should use that as a motivator, basically. Yeah, dude, X is scary in Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's crazy how perfectly they set shit up in Resident Evil 2, right? Because, like, you just get to a point where you're starting to feel like, okay, I'm used to all this. I'm having a fine time exploring the cool police station. It's like an escape room. Into it. And then, wham! They hit you with the X. And now it's just fucking nonstop tension. Oh, actually, I can shortcut as long as. Please don't have any respawned lizards here. I will shit and poop. And we're good. I'm gonna take this down. Get our one little ink ribbon. Yeah, Mr. X is really crazy. And then I think I still haven't played 3. The original 3, I mean. Can I just take one ink ribbon? I can't, huh? I have to take the whole goddamn stack. I think Nemesis was even crazier, wasn't it? There was some special functionality that Nemesis had. You know what? I think I'll go ahead and save here and then put the ink ribbons away. Just fuck it. I don't remember what the gimmick was with Nemesis, but I think it was like his position was persistent or something like that. It wasn't random encounters. It was like Nemesis had a persistent location in the world and operated independently of you or something. Maybe there might be. Honestly, other people would know better than me. Because we had some Twitch stuff, but for whatever reason, it's like Twitch goes out of their way to make stuff impossible to find. Did I put the fucking ink ribbons away, folks? I did. Like, I get that they're never really gonna bother with discoverability or anything, but just, like, why can't we just have an interface that doesn't suck shit for looking at, you know, past broadcasts, VODs, playlists? Like, why is it so hard? What's the fucking problem? Gary, you need to fucking stop it. Sorry, Gary's just in here just making trouble. Earlier, she knocked my capture card down, just for kicks, I guess. Just came in, just slapped it to the floor right in front of me. And now she's up to some other shit. It's like, just why? I hate this shit with cats, man. I feel like dogs don't do this. Or if they do, it's just not as much or not in the same way or something. The cats will do this thing where they decide suddenly, unexpectedly, I'm a terrorist. and then they just go crazy. They just start fucking with stuff that they never fucked with before. And then also they'll become ultra persistent about it too. They'll be like, I'm fucking with this forever now. I've decided that this is a thing that I fuck with. Like, why, man? We had peace. We had peace. We had understanding. And now we're at war. This didn't have to happen. Okay. All right, we're back here. And I'm excited to fail. So I'm not sure that I can even get a shot off before... Like, I think the moment that you start dropping down into the water... It's like, here's the electricity. I also think it's actively, it's actively trying to avoid you, which is pretty interesting, right? So it's going to be hard, I think, to get close to it, even. It's kind of unusual for an enemy in a Resident Evil game to be, like, trying to get away from you, right? It's not exactly what they're known for. Well, let's see if I can get a shot off. Ow. Okay. Oh my god, dude. Okay, I managed to hit it. I'm dead. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm bad. I'm just terrible. But at least I saved. I know I am unclearly bad. Indeed, Copper. Now we do the walk of shame. The light jog of shame. Back to the axolotl of shame. But Justin's not bad. No, it's not an axolotl. It's in fact some sort of a strange pussy butt. When we originally encountered this thing, people were like, that looks like a vagina and an ass and a dick and balls all in one. People were indeed saying a dussy. They were saying dussy. Dussy. So that's basically, it's a full-grown one of those. Was what happened there. I'm just going with the science. I have to follow the science. I think in general everyone's assessment was pretty correct. It's a very strange looking thing. I mean, you just saw it, right? And we were about to get another look at it, and just when we're looking at it, imagine a tadpole version of that, and try to try to wrap your head around what that would look like. And that'll help you to understand, I think. So yeah, let's have a gander. Now, note that the front of that is like a gaping maw. We can't see the front of it right now, but it's an open, horrible, like flappy mouth thing. Maybe when it comes close to the edge, I can just start blasting. I mean, it came close to the edge there for me, but maybe it'll never do it again. I also like how they give you the consolation bullets in here. Like, are you kidding? You give us handgun bullets with this? What's supposed to fucking happen? What are we supposed to do with those? Throw them? Yes! All right. Folks, we got a plan. It's going to take all night, but we've got a plan. We have a plan. Oop. Okay, let's not miss. No missing. Missing is bad. Wait, I thought I put the... Oh, I died. I forgot. Yeah, whatever, you know. You gotta know when to not care. I feel like Bugs never spoke again. Is this the end, Bugs? Have we met our end already? Please come to the edge of the pool, sir. Co, you can fucking doing this. Thank you, Bugs. Thank you. I feel powerful now. Bucks? That's an alternative. That's another... Like, we could have Bugs Ghost, then we could have Bucks Ghost, which would be more, you know, like, kind of deer-oriented. I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna, but it has to be real close to the edge, because Chris can only point in 3 directions. Vertically. It has to be pretty close for it to work. And it's not on the ceiling or directly in front of him, so those will never work. And the shotgun spreads. I'm not the one being a pussy. It's clearly the creature that looks like it. What are you saying? There is no evidence that I am a man. See, chasing it around doesn't really seem to be working terribly well. I don't know how I got lucky enough to where it came close to the edge a couple times that it did. Oh. Oh, that's too fast. That's way too fast. Now it's gonna stay on the opposite side. This fucking thing. Okay. I mean, it's fair. I wouldn't want to get shot either by some guy standing on the edge of my pool. Please. New D&D setting. Nice. It was willingly coming over to this edge before, right? I'm not crazy, right? That was happening, right? Oh. Oh no, Chris, why did you turn like that? With this D-pad, by the way, it is really easy to, when you're trying to aim down, just accidentally turn. I missed one of my great chances at an actual getting a shot in. Yeah, we are some real D&D degenerates. I'm about to cry. I hit it somehow. Chris was turning, but I managed to hit it. I feel like I hit something wild off the cuff with D&D degenerates, and no one gave me my flowers. Can't believe this. I guess it's probably been done. Everything's been done. Everything's been thought of. I'm actually not dropping frames tonight, which is unheard of. That's how most streams end. Oh. Come on down. Fuck. Fuck. Come on. What the hell? I know this is so stupid. But like, if I get in the water, basically, it almost instant kills me. You know? See? Look at that. It can just do that. It can just keep doing that. Look how dead I am already. And I can't even shoot it. Okay. I've hit it like 4 or 5 times now, which is lovely. I'd like to hit it more than that. Oh my god. 2 solid hits. Let's go. They said it couldn't be done. They said he didn't do it. And mostly they're right. I know, it's taking so many hits. There's got to be some, like, gimmicky answer to this shit. It can't be what I'm doing. We know that. I gotta believe the grenade launcher solves this quickly, right? It's gotta be. That has to be the true answer to this. Because then you can actually do some serious damage without getting in the water. Alternatively, if there was some way to get rid of the water, that would really help a lot, too. Oh, I'm not that quick on the draw, you know? What was all that? What was that dance? Do it again. Come over here, you little idiot. I'm not that fucking quick on the draw. Oh. No. What the hell? It came over and made fun of me. I'm gonna run out of shotgun shells. This is gonna be the saddest thing that ever fucking happened. Please come the fuck over here. Oh, how did that one not hit? How did the second one not hit? I hate this fucking stupid little worm. Yes. No. Two hits. Oh my god. Just don't be a stupid shitty worm like this one. That's the problem here. This is a low quality worm. I really hope not, Fox. If it is, then I won't be regenerating over time, I can tell you that. I'm glad you're enjoying bugs. You're the only one! I feel like it is acting different now. Is it acting different, or am I crazy? Feels like it's moving less? I'm not sure. Oh my god. Is that death? Is this death? Has death finally come for me? Oh my god. Look at that stupid fucking Chris! Oh. Oh. We're finally free. We're finally free. We did it. Definitely you're supposed to use the grenade launcher or something. It has to be. It has to be. Because that was just absurd, right? That was just out of control. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fish try. I just glanced over at my search result. And I think I've just noticed that I am still, like, forever fucked. Because the next one down from the one I read earlier is, please tell me there's a way to get my stuff back from Claire. In Code Veronica, I'm at the final boss, but I'm so limited on ammo. Uh-oh. That's, not good. That's not good, as they say.
Oh no.
Yeah. We've hardly even celebrated our little victory, and I'm already like, how else am I about to lose? What other ways am I losing here? Okay. And also, we need to keep in mind, I have not saved yet. So, really, we are in limbo, where the axolotl is still out to get us until I've locked in that save. And I have not died. Right? I was right about the manhole cover being open permanently, so that's good. Okay, we're here. I'll save. Everything's fine. Oh, Bun. You're so adorable. You're such an adorable little pupper. Yeah, you are. You are. You are. You are. You're so tiny and cute. Okay, we've locked it in. The axolotl can't hurt us anymore. Yeah, we're axle locked in. The hell's this? The hell's that?
Hold on, Claire. I'll save you.
Oh, we're just immediately leaving. We got the Harrier and we're getting the fuck out of here. No oxygen. All right. Sick. Here we are. We have arrived in Antarctica. What is this? Is this not real? Emergency evacuation elevator. Must look for Claire. They should be. Fortunately, they didn't account for that at all in this game. Well, that's clearly bad, right? That's gonna get me if I try to walk by, right? Is it dead? Oh. Wow. I'm mad. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I don't have much ammo. This is bullshit. Jesus Christ. Wow, just a checkpoint to just suck your ammo up, I guess. What a load of shit. Oh, that one didn't touch me? I didn't even see it until I was past it. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. I'm definitely getting grabbed. This sucks. I'm glad one of those went into his face. I'm having a terrible time. I'm having an absolutely terrible time. Oh man, and Chris can't even open these because he doesn't have a lockpick. Look at this fucking guy. Oh my god. Okay. So there's a whole passage that we've never been down before. And then there's this over here, which I'm going to check before we do that. That's a big spoiler, and I don't have anything for dealing with this at all. This is also new. I love how we are just like living in the aftermath of what Claire and Steve did. Which is definitely pretty cool. The power's still on. Somehow. That's cool. Uh-huh. Okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything here that I care about, though. I'm amazed that they didn't get up, but whatever. They like to do that. You gotta be kidding. Why would we want to let that spider out? Oh, man.
What? He's here?
Of course he is. I hope leaving despawns them? That's what I'm gonna say. I hope that's the case, you know? There was no time to do anything. Oops. It stayed. But the drone's gone, so that's good. Right? Man, the only thing I need right now is a fucking room full of herbs. I need a whole room full of herbs, please. What is all this? There's multiple lifts. It's an open panel. There's nothing strange. Nothing strange at all. Nothing strange. There's a blinking button. Okay. It's an extinguishant. It should be used with a fire extinguisher. Ah, so I can refill the fire extinguisher, which is in the box, so that's good. There's a small square hollow. There's a notice. You can drain the water under the following conditions: to clean the tank, to exchange the water. I should let the water out of the water tank. Okay. Great. Good stuff. And down here. Uh-oh. Ah, this fire is still burning. And this is tightly shut because it's full of ice. Okay. And we leave. I'm going to assume what's at the bottom of that water is probably the crane key. Oh my god. Sounds like there's multiple drones. Yep. Oh god. Oh, this was an elevator. Did not know. The fuck am I hearing? Oh god. Wow. Yeah, he just ran up and fucking lamopped me up. I got lamopped. And that, I got fucking straight lamopped out of Antarctica. Can you believe that shit? What the hell? Right, Bun? Isn't that... that was crazy, Bun. Oh... Jesus. The game is definitely hard mode for me now, I think. The demo is weird because it shows Chris with the Magnum back at the other base, but we just left the base. And if we need to come to Antarctica to get the Magnum, then that has to be like a New Game Plus type situation, right?
Oh, there's two nuts. There's two nuts.
Bobbint, thank you for 52 months. Very much appreciated. Good night, Bugs. Ah, Bun. Hello, Bun. Why cry? Why do you cry? Alrighty. Well, folks, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna keep working on trying to improve myself. Maybe I need to make it like stream goals, you know, or something. I mean, maybe I need some sort of extra accountability factor. I need you guys to attack me. Day three of No Vape, going on 4. And we'll see what else, what other cool tricks I'm able to do. But for now, I'm calling it a night. Have a good one. See you next stream.